Alright, so what's been going on with this 20 long? Here's a little update. So, here's what we got. Well, here's Mama up here. Here's Daddy down here. The kids, little baby's kids. So, I turned off the power head to stop the Sprite water. So you guys could, so you can see. I still got my CO2 setup. It's doing good. It's just a Tipman paintball, Dick's Sporting Goods, paintball adapter, and regulator from Aquatech. It's a premium regulator. I said regular regulator before. It's a premium, but yeah, it's about the same thing. Just looks a little different. My CO2 here, my bubbles per second here. I don't know. You could say maybe it's kind of fast, but it's all right. I got good oxygen exchange. I'm not running a canister. I have a hang-on back, so you know this really puts oxygen back into the water. So my little drop checker here, it just stays that color no matter what, day, night. The CO2 is on a timer. It comes on two hours before the lights come on. The lights come on for 7 hours, and it turns off the CO2. The solenoid, it turns off 1 hour before, and even just all the time. I've checked in different lights, everything. It's always green no matter what. But look at the plants and stuff going on in here. I know I'm shaking around a lot. I got a cat at my feet. Move. Oh, you're purring, huh? Okay, so Mama and Papa here. Hydrocotyle tripartita in the background, or on the side. Monte Carlo. This Monte Carlo's doing okay. You can see it's purling and stuff. I have been trimming it a little bit, but not much. But I mean, I don't want to over trim it, but it does get a little bit of, if you can see, staghorn. I have a little staghorn going on in here on the wood, so you can check that out here. And where to go? Here, look, little baby ram's horn, little tiny dude. These guys dig around a little bit. These cribs, they're regular Pelvichromis pulcher, however you say it. They're regular cribs, little cheapos. I love these guys. They marry for life. They're married, but they dig around a little bit. So you see see all the aqua soil on top of the Monte Carlo. They tend to bury it. So I have to kind of keep brushing it to the side. That's why there's a little pile over here. I added some Cereus stone here and here. That big giant Cereus rock I had, I just busted it into a whole bunch of pieces. These crypts that I don't know what they are, they're doing good. They're all transitioning. They're turning into this. You see the brown leaf here. My Anubias variegated, they're doing good. Nana variegated. If you try to Google these, you're not going to find much on them. I don't know if they're rare or if nobody just wants them or what, but can't find anything on Nana variegated. This is a Lucens. In a lower light tank, a Lucens has green leaves like these, but with a little higher light, they come out kind of this tiger. You can see a little hair string algae there. This is some regular Java moss here. Look at that. Look at the purling. That's so nice. It's like all purling in here. That's really nice. Back here, this is Physidens fontanus phoenix moss. So the Rotala SP green that I have is just like rotundifolia, but it doesn't turn pink or red. I got a few stems back here, and then I'm gonna put some over on this side next to the rotundifolia back there. Reinecke red in the middle. Got some Reinecke pink surrounding. Looking. All right, camera died. Wait, I'll turn off this power head. No more Sprite water. Okay, so that's most of the plants. This is a Ludwigia. Repens or something or whatever. I don't know. I find them behind my gas station around here. But that's one stem. So I'm going to grow it out and I'm going to see what I can do with it. Maybe I can get it to do something. I had bad luck with Ludwigias before, but never ran CO2, so a little mama here, she's trying to get some action. Okay, so got some S repens all around here. They're just bordering. There's little kids over here. Let's see if we can zoom in on them. They're acting like regular cichlids now. See them all eating and pecking around. You can see their stomachs and stuff now. That's pretty neat. They got stripes. But okay, so back here, a couple of rocks. I moved them. Hydrocotyle, you see, is still there. I took these bacopas from the back there. Back there. There's the fish. Little mama. She wants to get in the way. But here's the Carolinas. They're over here now, and I'm gonna try to keep those short and trim them down. Those guys here back here, rotundifolias that I trimmed down, they're really making some new growth. It's hard to zoom in on it, but that's a top that I planted. But yeah, you see there's some little ones growing in from the ground up, so that's good. We already talked about the Anubias non-variegated. This is a Lindernia rotundifolia that doesn't want to focus, but it's kind of sort of like a baby tears, but it seems to me no matter how high the light is, I had these in my 5-gallon, this is only one stem. No matter how high the light is, they still have kind of like long leggy stems between nodes. Back here, there's a taller crypt in here I put in here. It's a crypt costata or albida. So here it is, you see it. We're gonna see how this does. I saw this at the pet store and it looked really pretty with the color, so I was like, oh, I gotta have one. And it was 2 plants. I put one in here, one in the 38. Back there, the Balancea, doing good. Cryptocorn Beyonces. Yeah, those are doing really good. This is Anubias. This is a regular green Anubias nana. I bought one plant from Petco when I first started keeping plants, and I've got a ton of these now, and they're all just split offs from the same one. You can see a little algae on the old leaves, but new leaves take forever to grow in. Now the Monte Carlo in the middle here, I tried to make it like kind of like a trail going up, but there's a little dwarf hairgrass mixed in. I've been going through here and taking the hairgrass that's mixed in. If you can even see it in here, it's hard to differentiate, but I've been trying to pull these out, pluck them out, and either replant them or just leave them out. I want my hairgrass to grow in over here and on the other side, but hairgrass grows really slow. One of my favorite plants that I have is microsword. Well, not microsword. This is pygmy chainsword. You see one here. It's tall. You can see one here. It's tall. It's like a thin carpeting grass, and the blades get really nice and they get tall, but if you trim a lot, if you trim it down shorter, they will grow shorter. But you got to be careful trimming pygmy chainsword, because when you trim them off, kind of like dwarf sedge, sometimes they don't, sometimes they just kind of wither away. But in the light, they grow a nice kind of a red color. You can see right here, it's kind of green, a little bit reddish. But I got a few sprigs of that in here. Like here's a nice sprig back here. So it's kind of mixed in with the hair grass, but it's a little thicker, a little longer. So we got some plants pearling back here. Looks pretty nice. I did try to put some phoenix moss on top of this piece of wood. You can see the glue, but you can't see the glue from over there, from the front. So the Reinecke pinks, the rosifolias, they're doing good. The Reinecke reds are the ones in the middle, they're fat. But they kind of all blend together. You got the Reineckes, Cardinalis, and then you've got the pinks down here and over to the side here. I kind of put the S-repens here to cover a little bit of the ground. I'm trying to kind of fill the space, but everything's looking pretty good. So I think I covered all the plants. Well, I mean, that hydrocotyle is growing in a little to the side here with the Monte Carlo, and the hair grass kind of seems to be staying back there, but that's fine. This piece of fluval wood here, this one is a Mopani wood, that's why it's darker, and this one is a Mopani wood. Now this piece back here and this piece are Malaysian driftwood. They're different, so it doesn't really get as dark. So if you're mixing woods, sometimes they're gonna look different, but I mean they can still mix well. But you can see right here this little bit of moss that's growing out of the grains of the wood, and out of that one back there. That's because a long time ago I dry started these in a bowl, and I just took some moss and I chopped it up pretty fine, and I just rubbed it really hard into the grains of wood with my hands. And there was a lot of die-off and browning, but a lot of it grew back. But I think that's it. I think I covered all the plants. Everything in here is doing pretty well and pretty well situated. That's my update here. And I know this was a long video, but if you did watch the whole thing, then maybe you wanted to know something about some of these plants. I will, when I trim these back here, the rotundifolias, the rotalas, when I trim those down, and the bacopas, I will make a video of me trimming them. That way I can do an update. This is like about a month and a half now this tank has been set up, and CO2 has been set up for about maybe 3 weeks, so the CO2 is making a huge difference. The Monte Carlo is growing in. It's a really slow grower. It does get a little staghorn on it. I kind of clip a little bit off the top, but that's about it. That's the update for this, and I'll update as I go along.